Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today we're sipping and sewing. Sipping craft, sipping sew. We're doing this, okay? So we're going to do a couple more stitches today. When we get a few stitches under our belt, we're going to make something really cool. Okay, today I thought we would take on the fly stitch and the French knot. I've got some more on here, but I don't know that we'll get to those today. If we get through these, like I said before, if you're doing this, do it 1 or 2 stitches at a time and just take your time and practice those, and then come back and we'll do the next ones and the next ones. I'm just preparing for future videos, so yeah. So this is what we're going to do today, the fly stitch and the French knot. Super simple and easy. We're just tiptoeing into this, guys, and it's going to be fun. We're going to make something really, this is pretty already. I had to switch from red to brown. I ran out of that red, but that's okay. We can change up colors. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to do fly stitch today on our blue. Okay, all right. Here we are, as soon as I untie this. Okay, so for the fly stitch, you need 3 lines instead of 1. Like I said, make lines. Do things that makes it easy for you if you're a beginner, or even if you're re-practicing after you haven't done it for a long time. Just, make lines and work with it. So for the fly stitch, we need 3 lines, and then I'll show you how we're going to connect those, and then we'll use the heat thingy to take the lines off, which is really cool. I'm still having a lot of fun with that, guys. Okay, let's do a line here-ish. And I'm going to come down about 1/4 inch because we're making these a little big. Number 1, so you can see them really good on the video. And number 2, so that they're easier. Remember I said bigger stitches are easier. So if you're really new, just starting out, do big stitches. It's just simpler that way, okay? So, and when you get the gist of this, and you think, oh, well, I'd like to make them all exactly the same. Now, fly stitch, you can go, it's very easy to swerve and go this way and that way. But if you wanted to get them just right, you could put dots where you put your stitch in. That could be helpful, probably. So we're going to go to the back and bring our needle to the front. Okay. Over here on this line, because we're going to start here. Now you can start here, it's whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this one and this one straight-ish. Straight-ish is good. So as we come up over there, we're going to go down over here. Okay, we're going to go right on that middle line, just in a diagonal like that. Okay, and then we're going to keep our thread down here. You see how I'm holding it with my thumb? That way it makes that, it catches your loop. You see? That's really easy. Now, again, we're not coming from the back, but we're going to go in here on the middle line and go up. So it's like coming from the back, only not. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to go down here and we're going to do that number, okay? Again, we want to try as best we can to keep this straight across, okay? See, we went up over here, we're going down over here, okay? We're going right in where that stitch was, okay? Super simple, super easy, right? Okay, again, we're going up from the middle, up like so. We're going to come in on that line. Now I'm sure there's a lot of ways that a lot of people do this. This is just how I'm doing it, so keep it straight across as you can. But like I said, with the fly stitch, you can go all over the place. You really can. You can go circles, and it's just like the, in my mind, it's like the blanket stitch, only you see it more on baseballs. You know what I mean? So we're just going to go to the middle again, and I'm doing these pretty big. I'm using all 6 strands of the embroidery thread. So yeah, and we're going to do straight across. But for me, using this, you don't have to use 6 strands. I'm just doing that so that it shows up on the video really well. So you can use 2 strands. You can use 1 if you want. I mean, you know, regular sewing thread. If you're just practicing, just use what you have. Just, you know, it's fine. They don't have to be perfect. Just practice. They're fun. They're fun because you come out with an interesting design, right? So, straight-ish across and back up through where we came out, went in, whatever, there. So, yeah, just like so. Just do them as best you can. We're going to do some really fun things with these stitches, guys. I have applique plans. I have thoughts about making a fabric book with slow stitching and embroidery and, you know, the whole thing. We're going to make stuff and do stuff and such and such. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, we're going to have fun with it. Okay, down here at the middle, we're going up and straightish across, we're going down. Just keeping it super, super simple and easy. Take your time. It's not a speed race. Take your time and just slowly work your way through it. Yeah, it's good for well, it's good for your mental health, but it's also it's just good to practice. This is a good thing to practice if you've got good lighting, watching TV or YouTube videos, like, you know, mine. Just saying. So yeah, just have fun with it. You don't have to be precise with your measurements or your stitches. Just have fun with it and get the process down. And once you get that down, you can try new things with it. You can make your stitches smaller, do curves. This one's a really good one for curves. Well, and that's why they put it on a baseball, right? That's how they sew a baseball in, with a fly stitch. So, yeah. Just simply remember up over here, straight across ish, and then down over here. And as I said, you can do that either way, but once you start one side up and one side down, keep that. Whichever way you're going to do it. If you're going to do up and down and up, just keep that side, you know. Because you can get confused and you can make your stitches all weird and wonky, and then you get frustrated. Frustration is not what we're going for. We just want them to be fun and pretty, right? Fun and pretty. Okay. We're going up and we're going down. Just hold it really good. Now when you're doing this on the with a hoop, it's a little different in that you might have to go down and then go under and go up. Just saying. Because sometimes a hoop will hold it really taut, which is what you want. It keeps your fabric from being all bulgy and stuff, getting out of shape. So yeah, there's that. So there we go. I'm running out of thread on this one. Okay, straight-ish across. And there we go. Oh, I didn't do that. It was on the wrong side of the needle. So if you do that, just go under your thread, right? Okay, we're going to end it here. Like so. Yep, pretty good. Not too shabby. Okay, we're just going to take our strands apart and tie it this time because I don't have enough to do my funny little thing. This is fine. I know some people who do embroidery and stuff, they don't like a knot, but knots are our friend. They keep things from coming apart. Okay. Now, we've got our lovely fly stitch. Let me see if I've got enough heat in my little thingy to take that off. Just take the... I love that. That's so much fun. I'm making discoveries as we go. They didn't have that back in the day. Or if they did, I didn't discover it back in the day. Okay, so now what we're going to do is make just a few, okay? I don't want the video to get too long. You have practice to do, right? So we're going to make a few, where'd I put my needle? French knots. So you can practice those. Now, you can go around 1 time, or 2 times, or 3 times. Don't go more than 3. Just saying. It's all funny on you. And besides that, you're getting into another knot called a bullion. We're not going there yet. Maybe in the future. Come along, you. Still got that small-eyed needle. Get a bigger-eyed needle if you're not using beads. Okay. For the French knot, yeah, you can get different sizes, and it depends on what project you're working on. You can get different sizes of a French knot. The little size is just to go around 1 time and back in the same hole, or nearabouts, okay? And to get it to work out right, you just need to keep that thread straight so it doesn't all tangle up and make a mess, right? And that's a little teeny weeny one. That's what a lot of people use. With me, we'll do this again. With me, I usually end up doing 2 or 3 because, you know, I just do. But we'll do this little bitty one again. You do that, and this one is kind of easier if you do it on a hoop because you can, you know, have more control over what you're doing. So, just like so. Kind of cute, right? Okay, so when you're doing one and you want a little bit bigger flower or whatever you're working on, right? Those are dainty. They're really dainty. Super little dainty, cute, dinky things. We're going to do around twice. 1, 2. Now, if you have fewer thread strands, it's going to be a little different. They'll be a little smaller even, right? So you just want to hold your thread so that it doesn't tangle up. Tangling is your biggest enemy on doing a French knot, okay? Now you see, just going around twice made it twice as big. Ha, okay. So we'll do that one again. To me, I think French knots are fun, but I remember when I first started doing them, and I thought they were evil. I'm sorry, but you know, I wanted to do them. Now, this is a long time ago. I wanted to do them, and I wanted them to be perfect. And when I saw other people do them, they were perfect. And I wanted mine to be like that. You know? What I figured out eventually was that you gotta practice, you know? Okay, so that's 1 around, 2 around. This one's gonna be 3 around, okay? It'll be a bigger flower, a bigger knot, okay? And it can get a little more complicated doing 3 arounds, you know? And we're going to do, wait a minute, making sure 2, 3. You just don't pull it too tight, but keep it pretty taut. And as you go back down, keep a good handle on it. Take your time and do it slow. Doing it fast can make more tangling. Now you say, well, that's not really any bigger. It's not a lot, really. It's not a lot bigger. We're just doing 1 more strand. This one was from 1 to 2, so that's twice as big. So we're going to do 3 around again. And these are really nice little decorative things to, you can put a bead on top of that. I did one with this. I put a bead on top of that one. So you can do that. Just get this part down first, right? Around, 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 and hold it taut. Taut. Oop. It can slip off. 1, 2, 3. Hold it taut and stick your needle down through there, right? This one is, like I said, easier to do on, let it go again, on a hoop. It's easier to do on a hoop, okay? All right. Because the hoop is holding your fabric still. And you're not having to wrestle with it, okay? So there you go. French knot, French knot, French knot. 1 around, 2 around, 3 around. I like them all, and I use them all. It just depends on what you're doing, right? Okay. So I'm going to put another couple on here just because it's a sampler, right? It's a sampler. We can do stuff. Let's do back to 2 around, and then we'll go down to 1 around. We'll do it that way. How about that? It'll look a little decorative, right? 1, 2. Yep. Okay. As I said, it will be easier on a hoop. Yeah, it would be lots easier on a hoop. Do I want to do this on camera? Do I? Because, you know, you got to pick up your fabric. You got to hold your thread. Don't let it loose. Don't stick yourself with the needle. There we go. 2 around. Over here. I'm just doing randomly, you know, ever how far. And we're going to do 2 around again. Yeah, I want to do some fun projects with these stitches. We're going to do some real embroidery. We're going to do, my thread's getting a little frayed now. It's getting scared. We're going to do, and that's another reason not to do too long of a piece of thread, because the more it goes through the fabric, the more it's going to get you know, crinkle up on you. So now we're going to do, let's see, that was two arounds. We're going to do one around. And yeah, I want to do some fun projects and do some applique. I used to love doing applique when I was doing quilts and such. It was lots of fun. It is lots of fun. So why not do the fun things, right? And you can do a lot of this. Journal makers need these skills. They do. Because this can embellish a page. It can, I mean, what if you put French knots down a pocket or down a this or a that? Come on, we use fabric, we use lace, we use all sorts of things. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this off on the back. And guess what? I've got enough to do that, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should show you my cheater knot. So then, that's what that is. It's like a French knot, only, yeah. It's a cheater knot. Okay, so we've got everything here now. Running stitch, back stitch, blanket stitch, fly stitch, and French knots. I think the next one on our list is the stem stitch and then the chain stitch. So next video. Once we get a couple more of these, we'll need the chain stitch, because if you want to make like little flowers, little petals of flowers, that's a chain stitch. I mean, just one chain at a time going around. Anyways, or it could be a straight stitch. We're going to make stuff. We're going to have fun. So, you guys go practice your fly stitch and your French knot. Because, yeah, we're going to do that. And then we're going to move on. And then we're going to put some shapes on our, you know. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. It's going to be easy, I promise. It's been easy so far, hasn't it? You guys let me know. Has it been easy? Has it been fun? Yes. If it hasn't, let me know. How can I make it easier for you? If you didn't get one, go back and rewind me and watch it again. I'm just as friendly the second time around. Just practice and come along and have fun. We're going to do so much pretty fun stuff. You'll be amazed. I'm going to be amazed. I'm going to have fun is what I'm going to do. Anyways, you guys take care. Practice, practice. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. TTFN.